on what you call it, uh, on edge instead. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Word up. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Facetious, episode 146, season 3, episode 42. Brought to you on Monday, November the 5th, 2018, the day before Election Day, right at 6:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am one of your hosts. I am Larry, a.k.a. Blue Man Rule. And as usual, got my main man in the house. It's none other than the Cookie Chef Supreme himself, my main Dammy Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka Real Talk. What's up, dog?
So man, they need to get out there and vote. Vote for your boy, because I can't. So I need y'all to vote for your boy.
Right. Just vote, vote on behalf of.
Yeah, vote for your boy.
Man, how?
Because I'm gonna need y'all to do this because I can't. Like
Right.
I'm gonna need y'all to get on this. And like I'm not even like rep your team, rep your interest.
Rip
Like
your
you know what I
interest.
mean? Rep your real interest, not the
Okay.
interest you think you have. Rep the people that are doing things for people like you.
Right. I mean, that's the most important thing. Look. Okay, so
That's
you
what
know
it's
where.
that's what it's for.
Right. So you know where Mike and I come in on, like, we've had the conversation before, guys and ladies, like, we're not much about the party politic thing, right? But what you need to do is vote for the things that affect you, like the local elections, or the things that's gonna more immediately affect you, right? The people you put in, that you vote in your cities, that you vote in your states for a house or Senate, or all the other public positions like governor, lieutenant governor, all the treasurer, those things like that. That is going to make the most immediate impact on your livelihood and your life. So you need to really pay attention to what's going on. These state
Nah, I mean,
questions, Naim, you really got to pay attention, man. For real.
nah, I mean, nah,
Exactly.
I mean, bro.
So yeah, go vote. Go vote. I always used to do that because my grandfather grew up in a time where people were, dying to give us the right to do that. So here go Chase. But them Dems were for slavery, said guy who doesn't understand that the Dems were conservative back then.
Yeah,
Like,
like
yeah,
yeah,
right.
like I mean the I mean here's the thing, that is a true statement, right?
Right.
And like we can never
It is.
ignore that. We can never ignore that. But don't try to pretend like that's what they about now.
And
Like
from, yeah.
like there's been allegiances and there's been politicking and all that kind of stuff. And you know what, just like every normal person, people change over time. My thing is this.
We got a lot of blinks going on there, brother. you got a lot of thinking
My
blinks
thing
going on
is
right now, dog.
like you can say that the blue side used to be pro-slavery, all right,
Hmm.
but the red side seemed like they want to bring it back. So you know what I mean? So like red side seem
Hey,
like they want to bring it back. They want to make this thing about them. And then like the whole thing about like the people, the brothers and sisters who vote red, and they say that it's they're all about limited government and all of this other, like lowering my taxes and all of this other stuff. Like, what part of what you've seen so far means that they're doing that?
right.
Like they're constantly expanding their powers. So the limited government thing is out. The whole like
You done
lowering
already
tax.
lost Knox's vote at that point.
Yeah,
You done
the,
lost
the
Knox's
whole
vote.
the whole lowering taxes thing. Yeah, they did it mostly for themselves. They didn't really do a whole lot for you.
Right. Well,
So
everybody's
they
gonna
didn't do a
save
whole
money.
lot
You know
for
what I'm
you.
saying? Everybody
So
gonna
that's
save
why I said.
money, but like maybe
That's why I said.
$100, $200.
That's why I said. You know what? Vote for your own interests. You know what I mean? Like vote for your interest.
Okay.
Vote for who has your best interest at heart.
Who's serving you?
Don't just
Who's
don't
serving
just
you?
vote don't just vote for a color. Like the voting
Right.
for a color, repping for your team is kind of dumb. But it's just, it's kind of dumb. Like, so vote with the people that are rolling with the stuff that you roll with.
Right.
And you know what? you might be in a place where it's not gonna make no difference. Like my man's in them made a broad declaration
Who that is?
that he is voting for the first time all red. But he lives in California. So,
Right. Right.
so
Man.
like, I mean, I get it. You're voicing your opinion. And you know what? That's great. But player.
Listen.
I don't think this is going the way that you expect. And you know, like there's some places that'll change over time. Because Virginia was purple for a while. Well, we went purple. We were pretty much solidly red for most of our existence until Obama, and then we were purple for a little bit, and now we are, because of Northern Virginia. Shout out to Northern Virginia. We are solidly blue now.
Right, that's what I was hearing, that
But
they were
a
saying
lot of
Virginia is going to be like a blue wave
but
state.
a lot of the local stuff is still pretty red.
Right.
The only reason why we went blue is because of Northern Virginia. And like, you know what? I trust Northern Virginia. Why do I trust Northern Virginia? Because they are the closest people to the thing that we're talking about. They're the closest people to DC.
Right,
like,
right. Exactly.
If anybody is gonna know, they gonna know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. So look, man, seriously. Get out there and vote tomorrow. We get 2 hours. So I don't know if I'm gonna take my 2 hours in the morning or in the evening. I think it all depends on if I can get my son's car in. I do the morning time because I can go vote and then go get his car in, and all of that stuff. So we can make all that happen. So we'll see how it all shakes out, man. But I'm interested. I'm actually gonna pull up the state questions and read them all tonight. Gather my information, and then make my decisions on that. And yeah, man, it's crazy out here in these streets, man. It's crazy out here in these streets.
It's real crazy in these streets. And like, just because I don't like your boy 45. And it's not even like I don't like 45. I just don't think he should have got the job. But that doesn't mean that I think that all of the other red people are like evil or something. It's just like, they, more and more of them keep siding with your boy that I don't rock with. I don't rock with your boy. So if you rock with the boy and I don't rock with the boy, then that means I can't rock with you.
Right.
Like that's how it's supposed to go. Like, last time I checked.
In my hood, last time we checked, if a couple of people in your crew ain't cool with a couple of people in the other crew, then the whole crew ain't cool with the other crew. We can't be cool.
Under no circumstance can we be cool if we not all cool.
Exactly. Because there's always going to be some scuffles.
But these days, these young boys don't understand that. They don't understand the code.
Right.
They don't
understand stepping on the code.
and I've been trying to hit my daughter to bro code. You know what I mean?
Is that applicable though? Like, can you hit your daughter the bro code?
See, look, let me tell you what had happened.
All right, I need to see how Pooh Bear understands the bro code.
Look, one of Pooh Bear's friends, is into a young man.
Okay.
That young man is into Pooh Bear.
Okay.
Pooh Bear kind of goes back and forth of whether she likes the little dude or not.
Okay.
But when Pooh Bear started kind of leaning in that direction, now she got a problem with a friend. And I'm like, yo, you supposed to understand this is code. Like, you got to respect the code. Over
Exactly. You got to tell them, look, if
you have to decide. Okay, I try to tell Pooh Bear, you got to decide what's more important, your friendship or this dude. Dudes are gonna come and go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you still in elementary school. Little dudes and little puppy love is gonna come and go. Like, your friends are supposed to be forever. So if this is your friend, then you need to tell little buddy, like, no, we can't rock like that because my man's in them was kind of feeling you, and I don't want to do that to my man's in them. Right.
Like, look, man, but
see, Pooh Bear didn't do that, and now this girl keep trying to fight.
see, here's the thing though. Like, man, I always had the same code, man. Like if a girl was into my friends, they were dating my friend or had ever dated my friend, off limits.
Yo, I seen
Done.
this thing.
Done.
Look, bro, I seen this thing, and like obviously we don't all have the same code. And like I gotta. Okay, so I'm gonna tell a story later about some white people shit when I was at, and you have to say it that way. It's not like I'm gonna tell a story about some of that white people stuff that I experienced when I was at Chase's this weekend. But
okay, the Extra Life 2018. We got a section for Extra Life. Go ahead.
When I said it, when I was talking about this stuff at work, one of my white coworkers got really offended that I called it white people stuff.
Oh, okay. Probably.
Okay. But I mean, and I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I don't know how much we want to get Chase's business out there. But like most of what I'm talking about is on the live stream, so like it's there.
Oh, it's already there. It's already out there.
It's already there. It's already out there. So
well, you can hit him in the chat and see if it's cool. But
no, it's gonna have to be cool because it's already out there.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's already available for public consumption. Is what you're saying.
Just,
like,
no,
how you gonna get
like,
mad at me for saying something for repeating something you put on Twitter? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was. He live streamed the whole thing on YouTube.
That's funny, man. All right.
But like I said, there's different codes out there because we don't have the same code as they do sometimes.
Right. I seen
this picture, right? I seen this picture where this guy and this lady are getting married.
Okay.
All 4 of his groomsmen done hit that.
All 4?
All 4. And one of the groomsmen, his best man, at one point, that was almost his fiance that his man's and them is getting married to.
What?
And I'm like, where does this happen? Who does this?
Right?
Like, I was confused. Like I clutched my pearls.
You clutched your...
I clutched my pearls, which in bro terms, like I grabbed my nuts and was like, no, we cannot do this. I saw that, and like the explanation was just like they were just all cool with it, and it's just like, yo, you and all of your groomsmen. You have 4 groomsmen, and they all had a piece of your wife at some point.
I can't,
bro. You want to wife that? I mean, look, you know, like I'm not gonna pretend like, you know, like my girl, you know, and you know, I'm not gonna pretend like my girl, like I'm the only person that my girl has ever had sex with.
Right.
But I don't want to think of them. I don't really want to think about them. And I damn sure don't want to have them all at my wedding chilling. Not even just at the wedding. But
in the wedding.
But in the wedding, standing beside me. They standing right here. Right here.
So all 5 people, or all you said his boy and all 4 of his boys, or just all 4 of them together?
No, his boy. I mean, the groom and the 4 groomsmen have all had a piece of his wife.
So they all thinking the same thing when she walked down the aisle.
They all thinking the same thing when she walked down the aisle.
Like, come on, B.
I can't have nobody in my wedding that's thinking about plugging my wife because she looks good that day, because she's supposed to look good that day, because it was like a pretty large, you know, decently medium to large wedding. Mm-hmm. So like, you know, everybody all dressed up and all that other stuff. And you know, she's supposed to look nice that day. She got a nice dress and stuff like that. Right. Maybe the bangs was out. And like, I don't want nobody else thinking the same thing I'm thinking on my wedding day.
Exactly. You know,
like,
what I mean?
I don't want nobody to, you know, there was a problem a little while ago where Carmelo Anthony got into it with Kevin Garnett, right?
Okay.
And Kevin Garnett is reckless. Like, let's just say that. Kevin Garnett is reckless.
A little bit.
So
KG, don't come after me if you hear
Kevin Garnett said to Carmelo Anthony that he bet his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. Now, if you think of this, like, it's not really like the worst thing to say. It's actually kind of silly. But think about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing at my wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me and everybody standing beside me know exactly what my wife tastes like.
It's so bogus, man.
I can't do
You
that.
can't do
Like,
that, B. You can't
I
do that,
can't
B.
do that. Like,
Look,
no.
nah, son. Nah, son.
Everybody here know what she tastes like. Like, bruh.
Hey,
And
like,
I ain't talking like real nasty, but like
mm-hmm.
at the very least has like been mouth to mouth and thing to thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like so
right.
everybody everybody here on this side.
Everybody on the left. Everybody on the left.
Everybody on the left know exactly what she feel like, brother. I can't do nothing like that.
Man,
That's
I'm telling you.
that's a whole nother code.
Hey, it is, man. Like I don't understand how people can do that. People be like, man, well, I'm dating his ex-girlfriend. I just hope he doesn't find out, and if he wants to fight, then that's fine. And I'm just like, bruh, really? Out of all there are 7 billion people on this planet. 52% of them are female. And you find the one person to date that your friend done already been with? Really?
Know what I mean?
Really?
But it's a thing. But somebody said this about the difference between men and women when it comes to relationships. One of the biggest difference between men and women in relationships, because we don't know if this was instigated by him or whether this was instigated by her.
Doesn't
because
matter.
the difference,
They both
because look, because the difference between men and women, because most of the men have the code ingrained in us. So like say you are at a gathering, right?
We had a gathering.
You were at a gathering, and like everybody's single, ain't nobody married at this point, right?
All right.
I'm just gonna put it out there.
Open market.
So it's an open market.
Word.
So your man's in them bring his girl by.
Right.
And your man's in them girl, you believe in your heart is like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just like, yo, that's something I can see myself getting into. A man thinks, I gotta find a girl like that. A woman thinks in the same situation, I gotta get that guy. And that's a huge difference between how we roll.
Right, exactly. It's someone like that, right?
Because almost every time, I know about a lot of stories where marriages break apart or like long-term relationships break apart. And then like next thing you know, y'all split up and he with your best friend. And you're like, how did this happen?
Right. I don't understand how that happens. Like that is, I don't know. I look at that as just as scandalous can be. Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know, man. It's like, when Ace used to get killed by the knife in Call of Duty. It's like, tell me how my knife tastes, but you can't because you just stuck it in my back. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those. It's one of those moves, and it's not even cool, man. So
and then like if you switch that, like
right,
this dude can actually say to his friends, "Tell me how my wife tastes." Like you know what I'm saying?
You're so wrong, man. You're so wrong. You can't get over that.
You
can't get over that for some reason.
They can honestly answer. Is the problem? You know what I mean? Like they not gonna say Honey Nut Cheerios,
right?
Like you know what I mean? They're not gonna say something stupid.
Right?
Like they know. You know what I mean? Like they know exactly what's going on here.
The code is different, man. The code is different in different hoods because
where I'm from. And then here's the worst part: like you can ask that question to your friends, and they're not supposed to have the answer to that. But you always know that one friend that's gonna be always honest with you, and he got a refined palate, and he's gonna tell you about all the notes.
Right. With a hint, you know what I mean?
With a hint of patchouli.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Like I said, where I grew up, like dudes are like, oh, that's all good. Like they really didn't care, man. They literally went in with the mentality of dime a dozen. It's a numbers game. Let's go. You know what I mean? And if one dude was kicking it with one girl, and they were like, it only really happened if they were kicking it for a while, and the dude or they just weren't feeling each other, right? And it was a mutual break off thing, right? And then And then they would be like, cool. But they cleared first. You know what I'm saying? They would check with the other person first. They cleared. And they'd be like, all right, we good. And that's the only time I think it ever happened. I think it only happened like once or twice maybe. But where I'm from, like, you generally just don't do that, right? Like,
Right.
especially if you're going somewhere like with football, basketball, track, even especially track, because you go to a track meet,
Yeah, like let me tell you the best. Like when you in high school, like
Right.
young bros.
For real.
I'm gonna tell you something. Real. You can get on, even if you like the nerd is, you ain't got no swag.
Right.
You can get on if you are in two places in your life.
Right.
If you somehow worked your way onto the band bus,
okay,
they be doing some things on the band bus that are like like when band people,
like American Pie.
Like, yeah, there's some things going on the band bus and the band trips that'll be like, ooh, buddy. And if you the dude that helps out the cheerleaders, think about this. There's a team of cheerleaders. Mm-hmm. How many dudes usually hang around the cheerleaders? And of those dudes, how many of those dudes are straight? You can get it in, bruh. You can get it in as long as you're the straight dude that hangs around the cheerleaders and you help them out and you do everything you're supposed to do as a person who helps the cheerleaders. You can get in.
So you're saying you're recommending, just to be clear, you're recommending they go in for as a cheer manager?
Yeah, cheer manager, or if you got a little something on you, be a yell leader. Be the dudes behind them. Just yell some stuff out. Like you ain't really got to do all the dancing and all that kind of stuff. When it comes to throw the girl up in the air,
you a bass? You a bass? You always a bass?
Yeah, you always the bass. Like you can throw chicks up in the air and then grab them and your hands land in places that you normally wouldn't be able to go. Like I knew one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know at the time that he played for the other team, but I thought he had the greatest job in high school. I thought he had the greatest job in high school. Like I was like, bruh, you are the man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You walked around, you saw him in hall, respect. Like, and then just kept moving.
But he hit it very well in high school. But like once he got out of high school and got free, it was like, oh, okay, okay. I should have picked up on the context clues.
There were a lot of notes I missed.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was you're basically holding a neon sign. But because you talked about putting your hands in places that other dudes don't normally go, I thought we was on the same team. Apparently, I was wrong.
Right.
You was just there for some pointers.
Clearly. So, clearly. But yeah, man. So, yeah, all that aside, there is a code out there. Y'all need to make sure y'all abide by the code, man. Please.
Yeah, and you gotta respect the code though, bro. Like, and there's a lot of people who don't respect the code, and that's and you know what? On some level, that's cool. If you don't want to respect the code, you don't have to.
There are consequences though.
But at the end, like there are consequences, and the code usually wins.
Right.
Like
it balances out in the end.
You break the code, and like you break the code, you take your man's girl, and then all of a sudden y'all got a whole bunch of problems because at the end of the day y'all can't trust each other because you both remember how you got there in the first place.
Right. And yeah. I mean that not just with the girl, but then with the friends and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean it's just
you do people wrong stuff happens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Some people call it karma. Some people call it the Lord. Like whatever it is.
What you sow, baby.
Whatever it is, you reap what you sow.
I thought you were gonna get one of them highs in there. I thought you were gonna get one of them, but no, man. So
no. If it was like the word "so," I had to end up on the word "so," and like that didn't require the like "so," like I could have went there,
right?
I could have went there, but I said "so," like I put some feeling in it because the Lord.
Shit, you silly, man.
Yeah, my coworker listens to like preachers and stuff all day, every day. But now he switched up though. So like it's like really weird. Like my coworker, he watches a lot of YouTube videos and stuff, and he ain't never got no headphones on. So some of the stuff is a little too loud. But he listens to stuff from the Lord, and he's a big fan of TD Jakes. And then like listen to a whole bunch of preachers and stuff like that. Then sometimes he'll switch to Farrakhan for a bit.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I really
Interesting.
like Farrakhan. It's just like sometimes he got a thing going, and then he'll say that one thing, and you're just like, oh.
I don't know if I can ride with you, homie.
Yeah, it's like driving on the interstate, and you going 80, and then all of a sudden the car in front of you slows down, so you gotta veer left so you don't hit that car.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how you have to be when you listen to Farrakhan. When the Farrakhan car slow down, you gotta veer left, or there's gonna be some problems for you with life.
Silly man, giving out life advice, baby
and then
code.
and then like lately he switched to battle raps.
Mm-hmm.
Battle raps. And then like
Battle raps is nice, man.
Battle raps. He'd be watching
What
like
up, Lobos?
prison documentaries. I don't know what his fascination with prison is, but he watched prison documentaries.
Prison documentaries, man.
Yeah, prison documentaries, and I'm just like weird. And then it's just like sometimes he'll just go off the deep end and be watching some stuff about like deadly animals or something like that. And then today he was watching some stuff where it was just like animals that are like really muscular.
Huh.
I don't even know where this came from. Like, this is like the weird stuff that happens to
crazy,
me.
Man. You got some crazy, man. You working with some people, boy. I tell you what, man. But what's up, Lobos? Lobos hit us up on Mixer and said that they helped the small streamer grow and they're building a community on Mixer, F4F. So he also hosts and co-stream with followers. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for chiming in, Lobos 92. Appreciate it, dog.
I see you, dog.
Appreciate you, Mike.
We'll get into it.
So listen, man.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. So last 2 weeks I was in class. I told you, I was in class for work and everything, right? So after college, post-college, going to class and sitting through class all day straight for 2 weeks, you realize how difficult that is, right? In the age of where you work now and you got Bluetooth and stuff and podcasts and music to help get you through the day, right? And you have all these other things to get up and give you a little break. Sitting through class straight for 2 weeks, man. How do we do it? How do we do it, bro?
We did it because we had to. Like, it's not like...
How do we do it, man?
Like, like you think about like sitting in school all day, and you just like, how in the world did I get through all of that? But then you realize I never had a choice. So
right, exactly.
I guess that's how I got through it, because I didn't have a choice. Like now that I'm an adult and I have a job and stuff like that, I do have limited choices, but it's still a choice. You know what I mean?
Bro, I was sitting in class. Now, this was intermediate cost and pricing analysis, which was actually a fairly simple class, right? It sounds more difficult than it is. But, so I was in this class, and the teachers were great, but the material was just long and drawn out. And you have to remember that they're teaching for people with different levels of aptitude, right? So, you have to sit there, and a lot of times you be like, okay, I got to remember that other people need it, and they need it more often, or they need it in different ways.
You're like, brother, I got degrees.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got a degree in this. Like, this is freshman first semester. Like, what is we doing right now? I got degrees in this.
Right. I was like, man, look, I was just like that second week, I was just ready. Like the first week, I made 100 on my test. We did really, really well on all assignments. So the second week, I only needed to get less than half of the questions right on the final test and still pass the class. That's all I was needing.
You've probably felt like how I felt when I had to take that introduction to geometry class because I needed that math credit.
Right. You were like, yeah, I got all of this.
Yeah. See, here's what had happened. So I have no idea how I passed algebra. No idea.
No clue.
So then I went on to take geometry. And taking a year of geometry was the last math I had to take.
Okay.
In order to graduate high school. It was the last math credits. I was cool. I failed the second semester of geometry.
Really?
I did. I failed it.
Because you were just you're done, huh? You were just like, man, I checked out.
Yeah, I failed. And it's the second semester, so you don't know until the end of the school year that you failed. So I thought I was a decent C student. I didn't try very hard in school because I knew I didn't have any money to go to college. And I was supposed to go into the military.
Right.
But but so I failed the class, and they put me in this class, like the remedial math class, just
Uh
for the credit. And I was there with all of the people who needed remedial math. And I said, basically, you got to do something better than this. Like,
huh.
I could not do that every day.
Uh huh.
I
Did
could
you
not do
did you
that.
try to clip out?
No, I went back to the guidance. I went back to the guidance office and I talked to some people and I'm like, look, this here is like the stuff that we're doing right now. I did this in middle school, like in like some of the stuff that we doing right now. I did it in the 7th grade.
Mm.
Like I do not want to repeat 7th grade. Like you know what I mean? Like I just can't do that.
Right.
And remember, I'm in the 11th grade at this point, so like I ain't trying to go back to. I ain't trying to go back. Like I can't do it. I absolutely just can't. So they put me in this class, and it is an introduction to geometry class,
Uh-huh.
which is basically the first half of the first semester
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
geometry stretched out for a whole semester. So my class, like I said, I passed the first semester. So my class thought I was an absolute genius because I was finished the teacher's sentences.
Right.
Like as soon as she assigned us the work, all of
You
a
was
sudden
done.
I'm done.
Right.
Like and you know what I mean? Like I felt like why am I here? Oh, I need this credit. So I guess I'll just have to be here. That's probably how you felt during this class.
That's kind of how I felt during the last portion. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of how I felt, and I was ready to move on to get back because all I kept thinking of was, all right, when I go back to work, I got so much to do. And Mike, that's the second part of my thing. When I got back to work today, I walked in. It said 66 emails, right? When I opened up my inbox.
Yeah, bro. That's too close. Like, can I get one more email or one
Oh
less?
no, it's not done. That was when I opened my box. I literally had checked and like relocated like 20 more, so removed them from being new to unread to read, and then it continued to update. Then it said 87. Now keep in mind at this point I'd already checked like 20, right? So we had about we had about 107, about 110 emails in 2 weeks.
87.
87, dog.
Until 107.
So I'm sitting there like, man, it took me all morning, literally all morning through lunch. I arrived, like I was on campus at 7:45. I ain't take lunch till 11:30, and I just made it through all my emails.
Just made it through all the emails, bro.
Just made it through all my emails, dog. So yeah, man. So coming back to work, and there was a big project that was supposed to continue on without me, which is one reason why I worked a little bit of OT. You know, I talked about it on the show before. I worked a little bit of OT before my class or whatever, just to get it done, right? Just to make sure that everything was there, that all the information was spelled out, all the steps. Like, look, you guys need to add this, and this. This is missing. I tried to print this, it wouldn't print. Blah blah blah. Here you go. None of that was there, and I was like, okay, that's all right. But so I'm back there. So I'm trying to catch up, and I still haven't gone through all of my emails because there's still a lot of them unread. But going through, catching up when you're coming back from class, bro, let me tell you, that's tough, man. 2 weeks, and the thing is, Mike, in February and in March, I have a 2-week class in each month. So I'm gonna have to do this again, and at that time, I'll be in a new section that will probably be my permanent section because that's how my rotation is supposed to work. So I'm gonna have to do this again, man. so yeah, man, it's a little struggle, bro. The struggle bus is real.
And I'm gonna look right in the camera. I got to do this again.
I gotta do it again. So yeah, man, it's something else, man. But it's all right, man. Like I said, I'm grateful I have a job. I really like my job. So it's challenging. I'm learning a lot. But yeah, man, class after college and then work after classes, they're both experiences that you're just like, bruh.
Yeah.
So, But Mike, talk about your talk about Extra Life 2018 this weekend, man, because that's what's on my agenda as well. So
Okay,
get into what y'all did, man. Get in.
man. I went to the homie Chases. So I took the trip. I had to take the trip alone because my girl had to work.
Okay.
So I took the trip alone, and I spent the day with Chase and Amber and a few of the friends, and it was really dope. Like, I mean, first of all, I can live in their house, like, you know what I mean, because they live a little bit of ways from
The
the busy.
right, the populated area.
Yeah, I mean, the roads are paved and all of that stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
man, it was so much land. It was just land, bruh. Like,
Right.
I'm like, man, like I can't where like I I I can't live somewhere where it takes me 20 minutes to get to Walmart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. Like, and that's like 20 minutes if you like.
No
That's 20
traffic.
minutes if that's not even like a given. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean?
That's 20 minutes.
Like,
No traffic. No animals in the
yeah.
road.
Yeah, bro, I see so many animals. I see so many animals. On the way back, I seen a dead deer, and that had to be the
Oh.
biggest deer I have. I seen plenty of dead deer.
Mm.
But I seen a dead deer on the side of the road, and that had to be the biggest deer I have ever seen.
Did it
I
have
was like,
horns?
yo, y'all got mooses?
Was it elk?
Like,
Was it elk?
like
Did it have horns?
it's North Carolina. Do they have elk in North Carolina?
I don't know.
I don't know if they got elk in North Carolina.
They
Like,
might
I don't
not.
think.
They might. They might not. I don't know.
I think elk usually roam where it's a little bit colder. You
Hey
know what I
man,
mean?
hey, considering global warming is getting warm everywhere, maybe they confused.
You know what? That's true. But like, I'm like, yo, y'all got mooses or something because this don't look like no. This don't look like no deer I have ever seen in my life. Like, it was. I mean, it was huge.
Yeah.
And I ain't never seen to nothing like that before. I ain't seen it. Like, I'm like, yo, y'all got mooses? Like, and like, this is when I was leaving, so like, I didn't have a conversation about this. Like, you know, I never had a conversation about it,
Mhm.
but like, but yeah, like being there, like they had a nice little house, is in like a very rural area.
Mhm.
Rural is like a weird word
That is
to
tough.
say. Like,
Those double, yeah,
it has a weird mouthfeel.
it does.
Like,
Rural, yeah.
roll.
Mhm.
It don't quite roll like
Yeah.
it's supposed to.
It don't work right. It don't work right.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say rural. They live in a rural area, and and like it was there. We was at the house, and they had the windows open, and I'm like, yo, I am too paranoid for this. Because first of all, ain't a whole lot of street lights. Let me tell you, when I left there, it took 17 minutes to get to my hotel room because I got a hotel room closer to 95, so I could just hit 95 and go on home.
Uh-huh.
Bruh, that was the longest 17 minutes I have. Like,
Did you turn on Game Enthused? Like you would have got there in less than a tenth of the podcast.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to listen. Well, first of all, it got a little bit late, and we all were pretty tired by then. So I had to listen to like the most ignorant of hip hop in order to survive. Like, in order to survive, I was listening to new dude music. Like, I needed something that was just go like really, really keep my attention and like keep me moving because like ain't no street lights, bruh.
Man, so
Like,
you driving with your brights on?
No, I won't drive with the brights on. I could still see.
Okay.
That was a good thing. I could still
good,
see.
Good.
And I won't drive with the brights on. There was a couple people on the road. Most of the people are on the other side going the other way. And then you get nervous, especially because when it's that dark and ain't no street lights, like everybody's lights coming at you are the brightest thing ever.
Absolutely.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up, Meef? I see you, dog.
Sweet Meef slid up in there?
Yeah, he's in one of the chats.
Nice.
But everybody's lights are so bright coming at you because there's nothing but darkness everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, bruh, this is different. Like, I need some street lights. And then like the sounds that was just coming, like just like people like open and closing their doors over the course of the day. And I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, they had the windows open.
Like you from the hood, dog. Like you are literally from the hood.
I'm from the hood, but like people opening and closing their doors, and I don't know which direction it's coming from. Like, you know what I mean? Like that type of thing. When you live in an apartment complex,
You
you
got
know
them
where the
echoes. You
cars are.
got them echoes, right?
Yeah, it's like it's nothing but land and stuff. So you never know exactly where the sound is coming from because all of the windows is open. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just like, and
Did it
then
come
like
from that
sometimes
window or this
some
window?
people, sometimes you just hear people talking,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, who is talking right now? Like, I need some answers. Like, because we don't just stand outside and talk. Like, you know what I mean? Unless we at the stoop. And if we on the stoop, like we all know who is on the stoop.
Right,
It
right.
is Ray, man and them is on the stoop right now. You
Right.
know their voices. You know what it is. You know not to go past Ray because Ray always gonna ask you for a cigarette, even though you know he know you don't smoke.
Right.
Like
And
you
Lakeisha
know,
always asks you to hold something. She like,
yes,
can I, yeah, you got a couple of bucks I can hold? No,
you know what I
Lakeisha,
mean?
I ain't have it last week. I ain't got it this week.
You know what I mean? Like, so like there's things about the hood that you just know, but like I don't know about the Roro. Like the Roro is a completely different situation. And
The
then I
stoop
went
and
to
the Roro.
and then I went to the bathroom, right? I went to the bathroom when I got there because you know I had to pee for like the last like hour and a half
Right.
of my drive. I drove straight there. I didn't stop. So like I go to the bathroom, and in the bathroom there's a window open in the bathroom. First of all, first of all, first of all, who puts windows in bathrooms? Like, why do we do this? Like, why is that a design
Hey, believe
decision?
it or not, man, I live in a house. My house was first built in 2015. That's when I moved in. Brand new house. Both bathrooms got windows.
No, my bathroom. I'm gonna tell you, my bathroom, the main bathroom, has a large window, like
Uh-huh.
a very large
Yeah, mine
window,
does too, but
and you ain't.
it's not transparent. It's opaque, right? So they like it's
Mine
like
ain't opaque.
you can't
It
look
just got
through it.
some big ass blinds.
You can't look through
Um,
it.
but like, so I'm standing there and I'm looking out the window, and there is nothing but land behind their house, and I'm just like, how do you do this? Because you know that thing, it must be dark at night. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's the dark night out there. Like you waiting for them to rise. You know what I mean? Like it's not something that I can do. Like it would take some time for somebody like me to get used to something like that.
But
But
you'd
like
like it though, man. I think you'd like because it's peaceful. You know, you ain't got to worry about noise, about racket. Like, dude, like
yeah,
I
yeah,
grew up
I
on a
mean,
farm, so it's all
yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, and they had neighbors. Like the neighbors weren't that close to each other, but they did have
Yeah,
neighbors and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. You got them
And
down the road.
it was just weird. But like it was very homey. Like you know, like it was a good place. And then like you know, Chase and Amber made everything cool. I got to meet the baby. I didn't get to meet Aiden, their older child.
Mm.
But I got to meet the baby. The baby really enjoyed slapping me in the face. Like it really got a kick out of that.
Right.
Like I even picked up the baby and like had some fun with little Rouse. You know what I
Nice,
mean?
nice, man.
I had some fun with little Rouse. And then we, you know, let me tell you, when I got there, Chase's man's in them was there. I think his name is
Manson?
Jared.
Okay.
His man's in them was there, right? And Jared was playing on a computer, and this computer looked pretty dope to me. And he was just like, "Oh yeah, this is my daughter's PC."
What?
And I'm like, "Word?" And then he was like, "Yeah, I can't fit my PC in my car."
What?
And then he showed me a picture of the PC, and there's like these large pipes for water cooling and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
he told me just like how tall it was, and he was just like, "Yeah, this thing can't fit in my car." And then he had, bruh, let me tell you, my man Jared, whose birthday was that day, so you know, shout out to Jared. But he had this monitor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the monitor was about like I don't even know how wide this monitor was. It
I
was,
think I saw it
I
in
mean, it
the
was
Microsoft
like
store. Yeah.
it was like it was like
36 inches.
arms. It
Yeah.
was like arms wide open,
Was it curved too?
and it was curved.
Yep. I
And
seen that
bro,
in we saw that in Microsoft store.
it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I was like, how do I get one of these? Like I don't.
Mike, you gotta have $1,000. You gotta have
Yeah,
$9.99.
he
Yeah.
told me he got the joint on sale. He spent 600, and I'm like 600 on a monitor seems like a lot, But when you see that bad boy in
It's
person,
legit, son.
it is legit.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and then so they were playing a little bit when I got there, and then we all ended up playing on some Halo together. So we
Nice.
got some Halo in. We play Halo
Nice.
3, so the three of us could, but they had me on the other TV in the living room. Like we were in kind of like the dining room area where everything was set up. But for that, I went to the other TV, played some Halo. That was cool. Sometimes I miss Halo, but I'm gonna tell you something. I am firmly against running in Halo. The run button, the sprint button.
The sprint button. So you join that camp now, but Knox is just shaking his
I'm
head
not.
in the
I'm
car
not.
right
I'm not
now.
like angry about it. I'm not angry about it. Like the people that Knox be talking about. I'm not angry
Right,
about it.
right, right.
But I'm gonna tell you something. After playing Halo 3, because it was the one that was 4 players, I'm not as angry about it as I used to be. Maybe it might be a little bit useful.
Okay.
I don't know. Like it might be
Yeah.
a little bit useful because I kept mashing in the stick thinking that he was gonna run, and then he didn't run, and then like Jared said something at some point, it was just like, yo, what's the run button? I was like, ain't no run button, dog. Like this is it.
This is all you got. This all you
This is all
got,
we
B.
got. Yeah, we played through a little bit of the campaign. That was fun.
That's
And
what's
then
up, man.
I watched Chase start Red Dead. He had bought Red Dead but did not start it until that stream.
Nice, man.
And it
Nice.
starts a little slowly.
Well, it kind of has to, but it looks. Oh man, I was watching Digital Foundry, man. That game
Yeah,
looks
it, look,
phenomenal.
it looks great. It looks great, but then again, like Grand Theft Auto 5 looks great still.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
You
I
know what I
take
mean?
your
So
word
like,
for it.
but I got 2 copies. You want one? Um,
It's silly, man. I might take
I
you
got
up
I
on
got
that.
I got a copy. I got a copy on disc, but I also have it digitally already.
Okay, I might take you up on the disc copy.
Yeah. So I got so we did that, and then when the homie Max came through,
Okay.
Max and his wife, and
We
she
got
was
you.
real cool. Yeah,
But then
I
again,
saw that me
code
said that
was
he
in
did.
effect, right? Code was in effect.
Code was in effect, but all of the code violations happened with Max.
Oh, really? All the code
Max was
violations?
violating some codes, bruh. Like I'm gonna tell you. All right,
Max
I'm
was
only
a
gonna tell
violator.
you. I'm only gonna tell you a couple of things that the white people shit that happened that day.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't
All
offend too
right,
many
so
people.
thing number one, I can't remember what was said. Right, so Max showed up and it was him and his wife. And Max is a cool dude. Max was actually the person that filled in the episode where the hurricane, the remnants from the hurricane came and knocked out my power. He's the one that filled in that day for me, and him
Okay.
and Chase did a show. But like, okay, so Amber says something to him, and he says like, "Ooh, don't say that. Don't say something like that to me and get me aroused." I'm like, bruh, you are right beside your wife. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's just not something that we do.
Was
Like, and I'm just like, and I'm looking at her like, yo, did you just hear him say that? Like,
was she
because
just laughing? Because she probably already knows that that's how he
it's
is,
a
right?
different code. It's a completely different code because I would never do that to my girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would never do that to my girl. I would never do that to my lady. I would never insinuate that any other
Well,
woman in the vicinity would do anything to get me around.
because that's also because you tend to date strong-willed women, right?
I'm strong in public. I'll say that.
Okay. But then again, like they may like the fact that he's just frank. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that is
it
crazy.
was all
Yeah,
in
it's
a
all in good
joking
fun.
manner.
Yeah, all in good fun and
Yeah,
stuff. But
yeah,
yeah, but no, you're
yeah.
right.
It was all in a joking manner, but that was just kind of weird.
You were
And I'm
like,
just like, yeah. And then they were talking about Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, and Chase was talking about how like Facebook is for like all your gamer friends and stuff like that, no, Twitter is for all your gamer friends, and Facebook is for like your family and the people you went to high school with and stuff like that. And they was just talking about like, yo, I had to stop paying attention to my mans in them because my mans in them went alt right on me. You know what I mean? That was my man's in high school, but he went all right on me. And then like Amber started talking about like how her mom really is in the 45 like that. And then you know, a couple of them was just, yeah, like, my mom really cares about 45, and I'm just like, yo, y'all do realize there's a microphone on right now.
Right, right.
You know, this snowball picks up everything, and then like Amber was had to like backtrack that off a little bit, and I'm just like,
well, listen.
and then I got to clean it up, and I'm just like, my mom in no way cares about 45. You know what I mean?
Comments made here do not accurately refer like the feelings and beliefs.
Like it's them and there's me.
Right.
You know what
I mean? Right. That's funny.
But like that's just one of the things. And then like there's a thing that happened that it wasn't really like a bad thing. Okay. It just kind of startled me a little bit. So like so Max went over to Amber and she was vaping. You know, because all of us vape. I'm guessing with the exception of Max and his wife. Mm-hmm. They weren't really vaping. But Max went over there and said, you know, what you vaping on? And she tells him what vaping on. He was like, oh, can I try that? And she goes, sure. She hands it to him. He uses it and hands it back. And I'm like, time out. Is this something that we do? Is that something that we do here? Like, bruh, you just did that, and like my mouth was open. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I was just startled by just how casual it was. Like, it was absolutely nothing to them, but that meant everything to me. I was like, yo, you just put your mouth on a device. That's kind of phallic in nature because she has the kind of tube one, but you just put your mouth on a device that's phallic in nature in front of your wife that was handed to you by a lady that's not your wife, and everybody was just cool.
They're just chilling, man. They're just chilling, B.
I'm not a blunt passer. I'm not really a blunt passer. And even when I'm in a situation to pass a blunt, I do not put my mouth on it. I put my fingertips on the end, and I pull from there. I pull through my fingertips. I ain't about to put my mouth like. Look, if I'm smoking with my mans in them, like I know where his mouth been because he's my mans in them. Like okay. I wouldn't be smoking with you if you want my mans in them. So I know where your mouth been. So I'm pulling through my fingertips. I am not putting my mouth on that blunt.
You're not putting your mouth on that blunt, huh? Not at all.
Not straight. No.
Like no. I'm all of the good already. Like I don't need anything else. But
right. And also I ain't smoked a blunt since high school. Man. And that was 20 years ago, bro.
Did you? I was listening to the Bobani Jones show, and you know how he always has reporters call in with particular articles and stuff, and they were talking about the legalizing marijuana. Recreational marijuana in Canada, and you know they're hiring for cannabis connoisseurs,
testers, and they get paid $50 an hour.
$50 per hour. Now it's only 16 hours a week, but you still getting paid $50 an hour.
You getting paid $50 an hour to smoke weed, like, bruh. So like for my weed smoking friends, like that is the best job ever. Like, wait, you mean to tell me you gonna pay me to smoke weed I ain't gotta pay for?
Right. Now that comes out to 41,600 Canadian dollars per year. If you take 16 weeks times 52 weeks a year times $50.
I've never made that much money. Yeah, like seriously, my jobs, my yearly salary has never gone above like mid-30s. I'll say that. I ain't gonna say exactly what it is, but like mid-30s is as much as I've made in a year. Period.
Yeah, man. And you know,
mid-30s. And like, bruh, so you mean to tell me
but that'll come out to about mid-30s here. But still, you know.
Yeah, but like if I can go to Canada and I'm in the 40s working 16 hours a week.
It's nice little pickup, right? It's nice. It's like, you know, hey, it's a nice little part timer. You know,
I mean, it's cold, but you know me, like I'm gonna be inside smoking this weed. So like, you know me. So like, even if I feel cold right now, guess what I'm going to do? I am going to light something on fire and inhale it. You know what? That's warmth.
Silly, man. So I was just thinking about that. I was like, man, they had 20,000 people apply, y'all. 20,000 people
20,000.
apply.
Like who doesn't think that that's a good idea?
Right.
Like
I mean,
even if you
20,000.
don't, even if you don't smoke, you mean to tell me I can make a decent little living working 16 hours a week, and I smoke weed for a living,
Bro, even if it's
right?
just supplemental, even if it's just 4 hours a day for 4 days a week,
Fam,
even
that's
if
like
it's just
you
four
can do
hours.
that. Look, bro, it's 16. It's 16 hours. You can do that on your weekends. Like you
Yeah.
can work your full-time job Saturday and Sunday, go in there, smoke a little bit of weed for 8 hours, smoke a little bit of weed for 8 hours, go back to your job during the week, and be rolling,
It's
rolling.
silly, man. It's silly, man. So yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy out here in these streets. My extra life experience, man, was not as joyous as yours, and I know we only got 4 minutes left, so I'll get through and then we'll talk about consumption real quick.
I watched your stream for a little bit. I didn't say anything because I was trying to. Once I got here, I was doing kind of like a few things at the same time, trying to plug all my consoles and stuff back in. And so
Right.
I watched you play Assassin's Creed for a little bit. I didn't say anything though.
Man, so A, that game is great. But B, I didn't have a chance to really. So ever since my software updated, I've had a tough time being able to run the dual screens to extend to two screens. So to play the game on one screen and put all of my chats and stuff in the other screen. So that's why I wasn't as responsive this year. For everyone who stopped in and joined, look, I apologize. Reckless Mage, Game Enthused, Aaron from Game Enthused hit me up, and I didn't even know because I couldn't see it. Something had happened to where my stuff wouldn't overlay, like my chats wouldn't overlay, so I couldn't see them. So I apologize for that. But man, my back started killing me, man. I worked out Friday. I worked after my test. I worked out Saturday morning, and that's the one that got my back hurting. My back was hurting all day Saturday, and my back was hurting all day Sunday. And then I finally took some leave for it. I was like, man, my back is hurting. Sunday evening, back stopped hurting. Feels great now. So I should have just took it. I should have took it when my back started hurting. I'd have been fine. But that's the only reason I didn't stream again on Sunday. I still sit down and ended up playing some stuff, but I didn't stream because I thought I was gonna stop any minute because my back was hurting. So, so yeah, man. But I went from like 4 hours playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey over the weekend to about 18 or 19 right now. Like I put in some work. I put in some work, man. So and then I finished up Dragon Age Inquisition. I played this game, The Vagrant, that I bought. That was actually really fun, man. I had a good time playing that game. And shout outs to my boy Zion, man. I actually won Assassin's Creed Odyssey from him, and then just today I donated another $10, and he had a code of Shadow of the Tomb Raider Croft Edition with all the DLC. So I just donated another like above $10, and I got that on PC too. So shout outs to him. So yeah, man, and I think he still got another one left. So man, if y'all wanna help him reach his goal, he's almost at his goal of 2,700 or 2,750. He had a high goal, man. So, but nobody donated. So, I guess I'm just gonna have to start to kick it off. I'm gonna have to I have to put me some money into my campaign, and hopefully people will donate, man, because I'm on the Good for Gaming team, and our goal this year is 35.
Neef said that he got Tomb Raider on the X1, which he traded in some things that got a 1X now.
Did he now?
Yeah, he said that in the the Discord. Which is dope. Like, because I'm a part of the EDG.
I am
Discord
too. I
also.
just hadn't checked it out, and I hadn't checked out Discord in a couple of days because I'm trying to see when they're trying to record again so I can get out there and jump in, because they were supposed to talk about my question, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm ready to talk about it whenever you guys are, and then but I'm glad he got the X1X because I kind of want one. But honestly, man, my PC's legit right now. So but Mike, I got back into Arrow. I got back into Arrow in a good way, and man, it's really good right now. And so I'm gonna finish off last season. I started watching the first episode of Black Lightning from this season, and I didn't finish watching it. So I should probably get on that tonight. And
new Arrow today, yo.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. So I need to get on there before they remove that first episode off. But it looked like it was gonna be pretty interesting. They put him on probation.
They don't remove them until there's 5.
Yeah, I know, but and they're almost at 5 now. So so yeah, so that's the thing, man. But
so me said he needs a HDR 4K TV, but budget.
Oh
And he
man,
said
they have some good ones on
recording
Black Friday.
EDG is on a little hiatus at the moment, life and whatnot, or just y'all record like every other month already. So
Man, it's true. but no, man, no, I can't wait to get back on and talk with them about that. It's stupid, man. But Mike, let's see. So DCTV been back on that, man. I was laying down and just chilling in bed with my wife, man, and I watched the episode of Supergirl, and she was like, "This is worse than like." She said, she said it was worse than like like the special effects from like the Greatest American Hero, that old show. She was like, "This is so terrible." No, she said Power Rangers. She said it's worse than Power Rangers from back in the day, son. I was like,
wow,
baby, it ain't
it
that
ain't that
bad.
bad. So, bruh,
That's
it's
what I
not the
said.
greatest.
It's not. It is not. And I'm like the special effects, because it's still rain. It's rain time, right? And like Superman's powers,
Oh
especially like the super
wait.
speed.
You watch something from the new season, or you didn't finish? So
Yeah,
you
I'm
still
still
on
I'm
rank?
still in the rain stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So it's like the super speed and stuff that they have, that stuff looks kind of cheap. Right, you know what I mean. If you're not bought into the effect, then you get to be complete dismissal. She ain't bought in, bruh. Like she ain't dropped no ducats to buy into any of them effects. She wasn't feeling none of that. She was like, "This show is terrible." I'm like, "Babe," and so she stopped.
and then like the worst part about it is like I gotta watch it because I gotta know
I
what's happening
know.
for the crossover, and I'm just like I don't want to do this. I didn't even finish last season. I still had like 3 episodes left.
I know it, man. It's something else, man. But Mike, man, we are past time, dog. I know you didn't get a chance to talk too much about what you've been playing, so I'm just gonna leave them in here.
No, I've only really been playing the stuff that I played for the extra life stuff. So
Oh, okay.
like that stuff I played a lot of
Halo.
I play a lot of Killing Floor.
Mm,
Me and Amber went back and forth passing the controller, playing like single player of Killing Floor.
nice.
And then we played some Left 4 Dead to close out the night. And like man, I'm terrible at Left 4 Dead now.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm real bad.
Man, I'm not losing any sleep over the fact that Left 4 Dead 2 is now backwards compatible for the Xbox One. Like I'm not, I don't care too much about that. But it is what it is, man. But
Right.
I'm glad you enjoyed it though. But no, man, I strongly recommend it, man. You guys get out there, support people for Extra Life. Heck, support your boy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got any games to give away, but support your boy.
Yeah, I donated to Chase because Chase only has a hundo goal,
Yeah.
and Max donated, and then I donated, so he's halfway to his goal. So,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think my
but
goal's
though I got you,
200.
bro.
Yeah.
I got you.
Word
I
up.
got you.
So,
Remind me because I ain't gonna remember.
okay. Hey, you said you're just gonna. All right, I remind you. But Mike, you got any shout outs, man, before we get up out of here? Because we past time. We've been past time.
Man, shout out to the people. Chase and Meep showed up. So shout out to them. Shout out to the people that's gonna watch later because we appreciate y'all just as much as the people who show up live.
Maybe a little. I mean, maybe a little later.
Shout out to the homie Samson Simpson because I was
Yeah.
on the way. I was driving, and I guess my man's was driving somewhere, and he sent me a message, and he just said "Scar" on Waze
Yeah. Yeah.
because I was using Waze, and he hit me up on the message on Waze, and so that was kind of cool. My man
Yeah.
saw me out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's a shame you guys are both on like that Eastern corridor and y'all ain't had a chance to meet up yet. Like y'all should really do that. Y'all should really do that. Like if
Yeah,
you
but
get a chance to go to
I ain't about to
Max's.
wear no suit and no funny socks.
Simpson to get gully, man. He from the hood too. He can get gully when he need to. So I mean, you just tell him he'll get one of them Luke Cage hoodies. but yeah, man, definitely. Shout outs to Chase and me for joining us live, and Lobos92 for dropping in, hollering at us from Mixer. Peripheral shout outs to AZ Rockslide for hosting me while during my Extra Life stream. I appreciate that, man. Like he has me listed as host. Like when he's away, if I'm playing, I'll automatically be hosted on his channel, man. I appreciate it. Jared, Max, shout outs to Max the Violator. And from your experiences, and
There's a few violations that I ain't speak of.
okay. And man, mad shout outs to all of my classmates and stuff when we went through this contract and this cost counting class, man. So it was fun. We had a good time, and hopefully we can all hook up together again for the remaining 2 classes so we can get our level 2 certification. And man, shout outs to my team for covering me while I was gone, man. It's nice to be able to just come back and only have a little bit on your plate. So that's really been about it for Facetious 146, guys. Thank you so much for listening to and or watching Facetious 146. Remember, get out there and vote tomorrow. Like, if you take anything from this episode, go vote. Number 2, Extra Life. We never explain what it is. It is simply a fundraiser to help provide games and entertainment for kids who have inpatient procedures done at children's hospitals. The Children's Miracle Network has put this on for a while, and it all started with Doc Evans, I think, from Sarcastic Gamer. He kind of got that thing rolling.
Yeah, shout out to Sam. He's me said shout out to Sam for peeping the EDGFs, and I shout out to Sam because apparently towards the end of the stream, where I was with Chase during his lunch break because he'd been working nights, he checked in there, but I didn't see it at the time. I saw it after the fact.
Right, yeah. Shout outs to Sam. He said what's up, and he was one of the people that I missed. And Aaron from Game Enthused, Ron Block. He said
Ron Block in the building.
Ron Block dropped in with a voteless people is a hopeless people, and that's right, man. So, so yeah.
That sounds like something Farrakhan would say.
Here he go. On that note, y'all. Time to go vote.
Before the detour. That's before the detour.
That's before the detour. Yeah, man. But hey, thank y'all so much for watching and listening. Please remember to rate and review us. Share us with your friends. Let people know what's going down. Get out there and support us on Extra Life. I'm going to go ahead and throw my link out here tonight. And you guys can come out there and support me if you want to. $1, $5, doesn't matter, man. Anything you can give will help, and we'll appreciate it. So thanks so much for listening. Peace out to the Warriors.
Peace out to the Warriors, yo. Bam.
That's it. All right, man. Okay, so I think that's it, brother. I mean, I think we're good.